What up? What up? What up? This is usually a video that I do that's not covering this topic, but today I felt a need because I've been following this story for the past 2 days, and to me, it's very, very crazy. It's very interesting, and it looks like 2025 is going to be just as explosive as the last 6 months of 2024. Ever since that Cat Williams interview, it seems like things has just been going crazy, and like they're getting crazier, crazier, and crazier. Like they're still keeping up with the same craziness. Um, if you're not a sports fan, this probably is not going to interest you. But if you are a sports fan like I am, then maybe this is very interesting to you. I think it's very interesting. Of course, we all know of the show that ran for about 8 years called Undisputed. It starred Skip Bayless and it also starred Shannon Sharp, and the initial moderator was Joy Taylor. Now, there is a alleged there's nothing been proven now, but there's been allegations thrown out there. There's also a lawsuit. I think the lawsuit, what I'm being told from the story, what I'm following, is 46 pages long. It's very detailed, talking about things that happened to a certain time frame. I think from 2012 to possibly 2017, 18, somewhere in that time frame. I'm not exactly sure. But if you want to follow everything, get more in-depth detail, I'm going to tell you to go to Dreamers Pro. Charles Advance, I think is his name. Awesome, awesome individual, has very good material. Seems to be on top of things. Reports a lot of stuff. Sometimes this guy does 4 or 5 videos a day. I don't know how he does it, but man, he's on top of it. And I've been watching his show, and this is where I'm getting the bulk of my information from. I've also been doing a little bit of reading on myself to make sure that my facts are straight. But in any event, there is an allegation of sexual assault, misconduct, sexual harassment, whatever you want to label it, involving Skip Bayless, and also a cover up involving Joy Taylor. Now, to give you a little bit of background, FS1 Undisputed Show came out. It premiered on September 6, 2016, and it ran 8 years up until August 2nd of this year. Like I said, it stars Shannon Sharp. It stars Skip Bayless. When it first started, man, when the show first started, it was fire. I thought it was. They had great chemistry. Skip Bayless, he, as you know, I'll give you a little backdrop on it, that he handpicked Shannon Sharp. He knew from Shannon Sharp work ethic that he could make the show. He knew that Shannon would put in the work, be very dedicated. And to me, the show was very successful. It was very entertaining. They bounced off each other. One of the big things they bounced off was Skip was the avid LeBron hater, and Shannon's the avid LeBron supporter. So they would always have that back and forth. Well, this alleged lawsuit that's currently happening now says that during a period in time, a lady by the name of Nasheen Faraji, Nasheen, I hope I pronounced it correct, Faraji, was propositioned by Skip Bayless at one time to have sex with her. She kept putting him off, according to the reports. If you go, like I said, go to Dreamers Pro, look up his last 3 videos. He'll tell you in detail. He reads you exactly what the lawsuit says, and she has very detailed accounts of what happened. I'm going to try and give you the Reader's Digest version of it. But basically, it started off with Joy Taylor. What's up, Daddy Lion Fluff? Thank you for coming, stopping by. I don't know whether it's going to interest you or not. This is sports related. But allegedly, this started when Joy Taylor was first came to Los Angeles from Miami. And to give you a little background on Joy Taylor, because I was like, what kind of background she has, what kind of pedigree that she has, other than her brother being an all-pro defensive end who made it to the Hall of Fame in 2017. But I did some research on her, and she does have a little bit of media background. She has a degree in radio and a bachelor degree in broadcasting, which she got from Barry University. She is managed a radio station, and she has also been a part of a #1 morning show in Miami, and it was called the Zaslow and Joy Show. And for 3 years, it was the #1 morning show in the morning as you go to work. She also hosted her own show called The Noise, She did that for a few years. She also was the radio station manager. So she has a background in media. But according to some of the allegations in the lawsuit, Joy Taylor moved from Miami or wherever she lived at to Los Angeles, and there was a individual who was a high executive in FS1. I think his name is Mr. Dixon. I'm not sure his first name. He was an older gentleman, and according to the accusations, the alleged accusations in the lawsuit, Joy Taylor slept with this individual so she get an opportunity to go on the show. Don't know whether or not that's true or not, but that's what the current allegations are. It goes a little bit further. Joy met this lady who's now filing this lawsuit. Her name is Nashin Faraji. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Nashin Faraji. She befriended her, and then during a party, Joy and Nashin, Miss Faraji, went to the party, and during that time, Mr. Dixon, according to the report, grabbed her butt. She told her friend Joy, and according to her, Joy told her to get over it. So she was like, what? You mean get over it? This guy, he assaulted me. So that's one part of it. So fast forward, we'll rewind. Before that, she met this individual. Miss Faraji had met Mr. Dixon, the guy that touched her butt at the party, several times through Joy. Joy would never tell her who Mr. Dixon was or what his position was in the company at FSX1, but it said it was a friend. She would invite her to drinks. They would go do a girls' night out, and in several minutes down, while they're there at the bar or at the restaurant, this gentleman would join her. And finally, she asked Joy, "Who is this?" And he said, "Oh, he's just a friend." So Miss Faraji goes to work, and she crosses paths with Mr. Dixon, who's the high executive, who she didn't know who he was or what his position was, and he tells her what it is. So then she starts putting two to two together. Joy gets on the show. Miss Faraji is, I think, what's up, Pam Entertainment? Thank you for coming by. Miss Faraji goes right. All right, sorry about technical difficulties. Can you hear me now? Pam, give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Technical difficulties, I apologize. Let me try and get back to the story. So, last thing I said, I think, before you said is that Mr. Raja, who's having this alleged lawsuit against Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor, has met the man who assaulted her at the party, who was Mr. Dixon, but she did not know who he was, did not know his position at FSS1. Thank you, Dan. So, her and Mr. Dixon cross paths. Ms. Faraji, she realizes who he is, but she continues her work because I believe she's a makeup artist for Skip and Shannon. So, get into the story. Everything's going good. Then this is when Skip enters into the story. According to Ms. Faraji, the alleged accusations are that Skip tried to proposition her, start making advances towards her, start saying things kind of slick out the mouth. She felt uncomfortable, but she, knowing that he skipped Bayless, she's made an excuse, said no, okay, she always found a way to get out of it. Real Skip start putting more pressure on her. According to her, like I said, these are alleged accusations. I'm not saying this has happened, but this is in the lawsuit. If you go to Dreamers Pro show, type in this, you see all the lawsuit that he reads out. This is what's currently out there. So Skip Bayless constantly keeps putting the pressure on her, keeps putting her in awkward positions, ask her come to the car and ask her this, that, and the other. So she keeps putting them off. Time passes, and then she has something wrong with one of her ovaries. She believes it's cancerous. So she goes to Skip Bayless to tell him, confide in him, the hope that he would kind of leave her alone. What's up, Anik? Thank you for coming by. But Skip doesn't leave her alone, according to her, that he puts on the pressure. And then one day out the blue, he gets mad and starts acting different towards her. So she's like, what did I do? What's going on? What's going on? Well, according to the reports in the lawsuit, the claims in the lawsuit, Skip was under the belief that she and Shannon Sharp had slept together. And this was making him mad. So she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Me and Mr. Sharp are just friends. We never dated. We never went out together. It's inappropriate for me to go to talk to or have any kind of relationship other than professional with anybody, any of the stars here. I don't know what you're talking about. Skip didn't believe her, according to her. That Skip always says, I can tell your body language. I can tell the way you look at him and y'all laugh and talk. She said, I laugh and talk with everybody. But there is nothing out of the way between me and Shannon. And nothing ever happened. So Skip kind of puts off and he's getting mad, according to her. And then he calls her at one time and texts her at one time and said different things and that and the other. And so she's scared. She starts getting scared for her job, starts feeling uncomfortable. Doesn't know why Skip is doing this to her because she's battling cancer, possible cancer. But he's still putting the full court pressure on her. But it gets to one point where Skip, according to her, offers her $1.5 million, $1.5 million to sleep with him. And she flats out refuses it. He starts then going again. I know you're sleeping with Shannon. I know you're sleeping with Shannon. She finally tells him, no, I'm not sleeping with Shannon. And if I was, that's none of your business, but I'm not sleeping with Shannon. So, yeah, it's very complicated, Dandelion folks. So, I believe that the friction between Shannon and Skip, now to me, my opinion is that Skip thought Shannon was messing with the woman that he wanted. And Skip's a married man. Shannon is not. And I think that's why Skip started having hostility towards Shannon. And it erupted on the show one day. If you remember that show where he's talking about Tom Brady. And Skip just goes off and just tells Shannon that looks, he don't hold a candle to Tom Brady. He can't string up his shoes and this and that and the other. And this goes off on Shannon. And then this is what I think led to the breakup in the final straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. You're undisputed because it made no sense because Shannon was bringing in the ratings. Him and Skip had a good relationship. I saw them on different shows, and Skip was referring to him as his brother. But green-eyed jealousy, boy, the green-eyed monster gets you. And I can tell you, men can get in their feelings if they think somebody else is messing with somebody that they want. And that's what I think happened. I don't have proof. These are all allegations, but there are allegations that have been put out there on the lawsuit that is Miss Nashin Faraji has formally placed these accusations against Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor to cover up and saying that get over it. Don't worry about it. All kind of crazy stuff that's going on that Joy Taylor did. And now she's pulling. Well, now the lady is making the same accusations towards Skip. Now, what's dirty is that Skip, according to this article, Skip somehow is pulling Shannon into it and saying, look, I know that you're messing with Shannon. At one time, I overheard y'all had a conversation about your private parts. And she said, I don't know what you're talking about. That's a lie. We never talked like that. We never had a conversation like that. So to me, based on what this lady is saying, and like she has the receipts, like she has, if you read the lawsuit, like I said, go on Dreamers Pro Show. The last three episodes on there, he breaks down in detail what exactly this woman is accusing Joy Taylor and Skip Bayless of. And like I said, they're trying to pull Shannon into it, but at the end of the day, Shannon is single. She's single. If they had a consenting adult relationship, that's not a problem. Skip is married, been married to his wife, Ernestine, for several years. I don't know whether or not he cheated or not. $1.5 million sounds a little high. And to me, Skip seems a little cheap or frugal or whatever word you want to put on it. I don't know the man personally. I'm just going by what I've seen over the years. $1.5 million, that's a lot of money. Even though Skip may be worth, what's Skip's Bayless net worth? Let me pull that up real quick. Skip Bayless net worth. I'll tell you, these things pop up. What is this crap? I hate when these things pop up and you don't know what. It says net worth as of September of last year was $17 million. That is crazy. I'm not sure what he's worth, but 1.5 million is crazy. Then men are always way too emotional. That's crazy. I work in a workplace where there are women and men down the line, and I can tell you that the women where I work at can be in their feelings. I'm not saying men can't, but men don't corner the market on that. Neither women. Is more equal than you think. But anyway, my hypothesis on the destruction and the downfall of Undisputed is, I believe, based on what I'm hearing, didn't know until, like I said, 2 days ago, when this story broke. I definitely believe that Mr. Bayless, it looks like, if this story is true, was jealous because he thought that Shannon Sharp maybe had a relationship with somebody that he was interested in. And I think that that it just didn't sit well with him. And it boiled over that day. If you go back and watch this Punchy and Skip and Shannon argue about Tom Brady, and they'll show it to you, man. He goes in. And I'm telling you, if you look at Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, that's the only place Skip could do that. Because I think if they've been in the street or somewhere else, Shannon Sharp, man, looks like the Hulk. They call him the Black Hulk, Black Superman, whatever. This sucker is my age. I'm 54. He might be older than me. I'm not, but he is ripped to the max. Skip Bayless is not. I'm just saying, looking from the outside, if he put hands on Skip, it's going to be a bad day for Skip. But like I said, all these are allegations, but the allegations are in the lawsuit, which has been made public. You go in there and let me see if I can pull an article. Skip Bayless article. If you go to Clutch Sports, I'm going to read this article. Let me see if I can share it. Let me share it with you all. Dun, 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 dun. So you see that I'm not making this up. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Longtime Undisputed host Skip Bayless is no longer with Fox Sports, but his past might catch up with him. The infamous personality was named in a lawsuit against Fox alleging sexual harassment. Bayless was named as a defendant in the case along with Fox Sports producer Charlie Dixon, Mr. Dixon who I was talking about, and host Joy Taylor, per Front Office Sports. Nushin Faraji, a hairstylist who used to work for the company, filed a lawsuit claiming that Dixon used his position to sexually harass women on set. Faraji claims that Dixon advanced to touching her unprovoked, causing her to confide in Taylor, who allegedly told her to get over it. Along with seeking out Taylor, Faraji claimed that she filed multiple complaints to Human Resources that apparently went unnoticed. While Bayless is no longer with the company, Dixon and Taylor are current Fox employees. Faraji's allegations only worsened with Bayless. The hairstylist claimed that the 73-year-old gave her lingering hugs and kisses, forcing her to tell him that she was not interested in him romantically. The advances culminated with Rodgers claiming that Bayless offered her $1.5 million to have sexual intercourse with him. The lawsuit states that to reject his offer, Faraji brought up Bayless's wife, Ernestine Scalfani. Bayless then allegedly brought up religion, asking if she was Muslim and if her deceased father had 3 or 4 wives. Faraji has since left Fox Sports, but continued to work as a hairstylist in California. According to her Instagram, she appears to work for a salon known as Vito Espedito. So there you have Bayless, who abruptly left Fox Sports in 2024, has remained in the public light despite no longer associated with a platform. The controversial host still releases weekly episodes of the Skip Bayless Show on YouTube, where he voices various opinions. The show is also available to listen to in podcast form. Bayless continues to be active on social media in addition to his YouTube channel. His ex, formerly Twitter, account remains one of the most popular sports accounts on the platform. Before signing with Fox, Bayless rose to fame as Stephen A's co-host on The First Take. Rumors of a potential reunion in 2024 after his departure from Fox were quickly put to bed by both sides. Instead, Bayless' former partner Shannon Sharpe joined ESPN First Take. With the news just breaking on Sunday, neither Bayless nor Fox Sports has issued a public statement on the allegations. So there you have it. Like I said, there are allegations at this point. I don't know whether or not it's true, but if it is hot in the Bayless house. Because I can guarantee you, Miss Ernestine is not liking that. They seem to be very private people. I know she is probably thoroughly embarrassed. And that he's about to soon lose some of that $17 million he got if that is truly his net worth, if she decides to go for a divorce. I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. I'm not a fan of divorce. I hope that this isn't true. I hate to see these kind of things go on, but to me, this is a very interesting story. I've never really been a fan of Skip Bayless, but I don't want to see anybody go through this. But if he did this to this woman, then of course he has to pay the piper. He has to, whatever discipline that the law allows or can do, then he just has to pay it. I don't, based on the stories, the lawsuit that was read, that I saw read on TV, the stories sound very, very believable. Whether or not they are, I don't know. Whether or not this lady has receipts to back up her claims and her allegations, I don't know at this time. But this is a very interesting story to me, and I'm going to keep my eye on it. I'm even less of a fan of cheaters and harassers than of divorces. Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. I mean, I'm just raised, don't divorce. I mean, if something is too egregious, then of course, then yeah, but most of the time, not all cases, but if the good times outweigh the bad, try to work through it. Some things you can work through. Sometimes you can forgive and forget. If you can forgive and forget, if you're a spiritual person like I am, and pray for enlightenment, pray for forgiveness. If that works for you, then I'm all for it. If it doesn't, then hey, that's your little red wagon too. I'm just saying what works for me. What works for me may not work for others. But I want to be married once. I told my wife if she dies before me, that's it. I don't intend on having a second Miss Graham unless the Lord does something that I don't know about now. That's just me. But anyway, not to get too far off in left field. This is a very interesting story. I'm going to try and stay on top of it. Anik Jones said they got George Hill looking like a thought. Just got to listen to what Jason Whitlock says. It's hilarious. I'm not a fan of Jason Whitlock. I mean, he may be. I just don't like his style. I don't like his approach, his tone, his delivery. Some of the stuff he kind of comes off to me. I'm the smartest man in the room. I'm holier than thou. I'm pretty sure there's some skeletons in his closet too. But having said that, tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. There's something else you want me to continue to do another follow-up story and keep information going, then let me know. Then, but this is very, very crazy to me. 2025 is starting off where 2024 definitely left off with the drama. If these things are unacceptable to a person and their partner keeps doing it, then they should leave. No respect if they keep doing it. Oh, I mean, I get you on that. I'm saying You make a mistake one time, that's what I'm saying. A repeated mistake, I agree with you. Then things just ain't gonna work out. But if it, like I said, we're probably not gonna agree. But if they can work it out, I'm all for it. If they can't and go their separate ways, hey, I'm not gonna lose any sleep either way either. But thank you for joining me. Those that joining me, please share this channel. This video. This is the first time you ever seen me. Please check me out on the Road to Wisdom. I have shows I upload every Monday and Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can see me on Gaiskar channel, I hang out, which I go on every Wednesday night whenever I can at 8 p.m. Also, you can see me on Storms Live on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until next time, y'all have a fantastic evening and be safe out there. Where I'm at, we're supposed to be we are expecting snow. God, I don't want to see that, Lord, please. Let's dodge that because I don't want to see any snow. Not a fan of snow. Not a fan of cold weather. But until next, let me see. You got two more. Yep. Until next time, y'all take it easy. Have a good night and peace.